Do you know the secret to classroom word walls? You have to use them. I know this may seem like a big surprise, but word walls do look great in our classroom walls, but many times their potential is left unused, especially in the older grade levels. Let me help you not make this mistake and use your word wall in your classroom to its full potential. In this video, I will explain a little bit about word walls and give you 4 fun games you can incorporate in your classroom now. Angela here from Custom Classroom, helping you make test prep simple. So the big question is, how do I best utilize my word wall? Let's begin with setting up your word wall. Start with a blank wall with A to Z and only add words as you talk about them with your students in your lessons. The words can be simple, just a word, or more complex with a definition, example, or test prep question stem. Either way, the most important thing is to use it with your students. Begin the year making it a habit to include vocabulary in your lesson plans that you intend to teach, and then add the words to the word wall during the lesson. But don't just add content vocabulary, also include words that are important in standardized questions. One fun way to be consistent with this is to make it one of your students' jobs. This way, you hold yourself accountable for adding words weekly. Now that you've started your word wall, games and activities are a great way to always come back to your word wall throughout the year. Fly swatter is always a class favorite, even with older students. In this game, you need 2 teams. You describe the word, and the first player to swat the correct word on the wall wins a point for their team. Next is bingo. Have your students fill in a board with the words from the word wall, then randomly select words, describe the word, and if your student has the word, they color it on their board, and the winner is the first to get 5 in a row. Pictionary or charades is another great one for small groups. Divide the class up. Students then have to draw or act out a word. The first person in the group to guess the word correctly gets a point. Finally, there's Bluff. This is a great game for older students. You break the class into 2 groups. You say a word from the word wall, and the students in one group stand if they know the definition. Then randomly call on one of those students. They get a point for their team if they can define the word correctly. But if they are bluffing, then they will lose a point for their team. Then you go on to the next team. Here are a few tips that may help you run the games more smoothly. You might need to take some of the words off the word wall for the game to work correctly. Make sure there's good prizes to motivate your students, and make sure to keep these games down to 10 minutes or less. These are games that are great once you've taught them to just pop in quickly, maybe to finish a class period at the end or to put a break right in the middle of a class. I hope you found this video helpful. If you're looking to learn more about fun games you can incorporate into your classroom, check out my playlist on fun test prep games. Good luck.